In 1967, two sides of a civil war in Nigeria agreed to pause their conflict for 48 hours, not for diplomacy, not for aid, but to watch Pelé's Santos FC play an exhibition match in Lagos. That is not a metaphor, that is documented history, and it tells you everything about what Edson Arantes do Nascimento meant to the world. He was born in 1940 in a small Brazilian town called Três Corações, so poor that as a child he practiced with a grapefruit stuffed inside a sock. By the time he was 17 years old, he had already won the World Cup. 17. The youngest player in history to win football's greatest prize. Brazil defeated Sweden 5-2 in the 1958 final, and Pelé scored twice, weeping openly on the pitch afterward, overwhelmed by something too large to contain. But here's what makes those numbers stagger. He would go on to win the World Cup two more times, in 1962 and 1970, becoming the only player in history to win 3 World Cup winners' medals. The 1970 Brazil side is still considered by many historians the greatest international team ever assembled. And yet the statistics almost miss the point. Official records credit Pelé with 1,281 goals in 1,363 appearances across his career. A figure so extraordinary that most people simply don't believe it. It includes friendlies and unofficial matches, yes, but even by conservative FIFA-recognized counts, his output was unlike anything the game had seen. He spent the peak 17 years of his career at Santos FC in Brazil, winning 10 São Paulo state championships and 2 Copa Libertadores titles. When New York Cosmos signed him in 1975, attendances across the entire North American Soccer League surged almost overnight, one man reshaping a continent's relationship with the sport. He scored a hat trick in a World Cup final warm-up match on his debut for Brazil. He was once sent off the pitch, and the crowd rioted until officials let him back on. But perhaps the most resonant fact is the simplest one. In a sport that has produced Maradona, Messi, and Ronaldo, the Brazilian government formally declared Pelé a national treasure in 1961, legally preventing him from being transferred abroad. They did not want to lose him. No one did.